orange. Some weird colors on here, man. Off? Wait a minute. What happened? It's no good. Uh-oh. Did we blow something? I don't see anything smoking. Hello? What's up, mother foxers? I got these the other day. You're gonna see with me in real time, so you haven't even opened them. I'm not sure why these have a Ziploc on them and chips don't. Because you're just gonna open this and throw it away, right? Anyway, you're gonna find out with me right now. Are these skinny little guys gonna work? Kind of sucks because it's two of them now instead of one. Yeah. So now I got two places to go. That's the problem. See, if the other one worked, it could go in one place and the wires could go to one place. Now I got two of them and I gotta figure out where to put them. Okay, everybody. You see this company here, Recoil? If you see that on Amazon, I would suggest you get these because that's what the other one that had the dual bus bar. Because, man, you don't see this. Usually people just send you bus bars. These guys send you a bag of connectors. I mean, they're cheap connectors. I don't like insulated connectors. I usually pull those off and shrink wrap them, but those are very usable, man. And I got a bag like this with these two and with this dual one too. So, I mean, it's kind of cool, man. It's not the kind of connectors I buy, but they work. They work great. I mean, like I said, it's just a pain in the ass to pull those little sleeves off there, but anyway, this is what I was talking about. I'm gonna see if there's enough room right there to put one of these.
The problem with this is I don't think this is gonna work because you see, my biggest problem is this screws me. Is this. Probably can't see it on camera, but you can't put this down because there's this gap right there. See, I mean, you can't anchor it because the screw's gotta go here. But if I put it up here, I still don't think that's gonna work because the gauge is gonna hit it. So, I think I can't prop it on the steering wheel here. Stay there. This doesn't look like it's gonna work. Anyway, there's a killer shot. I just gotta move this up a little bit. This is so stupid. Anywho. Alright, so stick this in there. This fits. Bam. Looks like it's fitting, because look right here. Boom. Look at the room, baby. Look at the room. Sorry, you're down there. Look at the room, baby. That's where the screw goes. It's glorious. So, what happens over here? We go, see that? That's the problem. Right there. I don't know, is it going in the hole, maybe? I can't interfere with a plug, that's the other thing. I don't know, I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Here, prop you up here again. Stay there, there you go. Oh, it's not working. Come on, I want steering wheels made to hold cameras. Right. If I put that up against here like that, and I put the, oh, I think it fits. No way. See, that's what I don't like though. I don't want this touching this at all. I think it might just touch it. Not the game, I'm not signing up for that race. Well, it's not quite on there. It may be able to work. I don't know. We shall see. But, see, this is what I'm talking about. Let me see, yeah, here's the wiring harness. Here's the wiring harness that's going to go in the back of one of these right here, right? That goes in the back of it right there. Now, here's the wires. Now, the negative wire, which I got hooked here, is got to go there. This wire's got to go there. And then this wire's got to go to a third block, which is in a hot block. You see what I'm saying? That's why this thing was ideal. It's just too freaking tall. Look at the size difference on it. See that? That's significant, man. This is 1.5 inches from here to here. This is like 2 inches or more. So, yeah, that's why I can't use this thing, because there's only 1.5 inches of space
behind here. I can't stick it here because it's 2 inches. It's just too big. And I know somebody in the comments in the last video, man, they were like, you must not know how to work on cars, which is a funny effing statement considering the fact that I built 3 of these things now with the help of my dad, of course. But I built this engine in this car that runs. I haven't driven it yet. And then there's my car, both my cars. My Black Sunshine, man. It's a 347 stroker and it runs like the raped ape. That thing runs so good. And I built that goddamn engine. So I wired that car. I think I know how to work on cars. I'm not a mechanic. I won't profess to be that. I'm no professional. But my shit drives, so after saying that, will this make it in the video? I'm just babbling. Anyway, I bet you put this in there, it's gotta be fine. I'm sure it'll work right there. Yeah, it'll work right there too. It's not even touching anything. All right, there is the plug for the handheld. So it magnetically hits on these, but then you've got a couple little screws you got to put into it. Kind of dumb, I think. It just make a plug, man. This is kind of stupid. Anyway, so the way I'm going to have to do this is, I'm trying to be strategic here to, if I ever get these gauges, to cut a hole right where I need it. But I may have to do two to feed it in there, and then in there to plug it and get the screws in there, because I'm going to have to take that out if I ever pull the dash. So I'm going to have to think about that a minute. Alright, so much for those other gauges. That plug's dead center in the middle. There's nothing I could have done about it, dude. It was right there. You might be wondering, why is it so big? Well, I'll explain it. And why is it off center? At least the top anyway. Well, it's kind of hard to try to get things in the right spot when you can't see. I should have took this bracket off again. Just too much work, man. Too much work. Why not just drill a hole off center and it'll be okay. Anyway, I just realized, I mean, this could have been lower. I mean, it could have been. But I wasn't getting around making two holes, guys, because this plug comes in here and sits flat, okay? So you got this wire coming in here, all right? If I just cut a hole right here and try to put that wire in that little hole...
I put these screws in, there's going to be too much pressure on that wire, you know what I'm saying? So I had to cut another piece away here so the wire can kind of set better in there and we can get it hooked up good. So you can't see this on the other side, it's covered up, but yeah, I was hoping to... I don't know what I was hoping. There's no getting around that, so yeah, if you want those two gauges here, I miss a while. So, guess we're keeping it.
I still haven't put the high beam into... You know, who cares? We don't need to put that in there. It's barely going to have a horn. I did get that figured out, by the way. That's interesting. All right, looking good. It's nice and flat. This is a bit bent up, but I do have a piece of vacuum line right there to keep it from rubbing on that edge. And we should be good to go, man. All right, I wasn't digging that. Okay, made a little bit of a change. That's way better. Way, way better. Look at that. And you can't even see where I made the hole there, guys. You can't even see it, so no big deal. So I think we're ready to get those mounted and start wiring things up here. I was gonna get the wire ran to put this in because I had adapters, but then I realized that right there is 3/8 NPT and this is 1/8 inch. So I had to get an 1/8 inch to 3/8 adapter, and I got that on its way. Hey. Been a little busy. I think we got this licked, man. Let's take a look. I think that's gonna work. Okay. So you got your negative ignition, constant hot. And why do you need a constant hot? It's only for the glow shift lights to keep the memory. Okay. That little, this gauge here, the speedometer, this thing, you actually got to ground out this blue wire to change it. So that's its memory. These need a constant hot to keep it, keep the lights the same. You know, every time you turn it on, you're not changing them or whatever. So that's why I had to do that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Anyway, there you go. Pretty clever idea, wasn't it? Doing it on the back side gave us the space. Because these are 1.5 inches up to these, and that's set in. And I do have a plastic piece to go over this, so. And then here we go. Let's get this, and then I rerouted these in through here. And then put this up in there. Look at that. Sets right in. Boom. We got her. Yeah. People were saying, hey, I think you'll figure it out. You always do. I had my had my doubts. Pull up my schematic here and see what side I got to use, where the turn signals are. I'm not sure. So hopefully those work. We'll hook them up. We'll hook them up and see if this thing, because they're not working at the present time. So I don't know if the multi-switch here is bad. Do those lights need to be hooked up? Probably. I don't know. We'll see. I can hook them up and see if they work. Because then I'm chasing light bulbs to see if those are bad. And, you know. And then one of the other things I had to do to this was there's a piece of metal, like a flange that's like right there. I had to shave this. Now I'll put some video up of the shaved part there. But yeah, I had to shave that down, but went right in. A little challenging getting the wrench in there, but wasn't too bad. So the ground is hooked up, ladies and gentlemen. All right. First thing I did was hook up the turn signals, see if they work. Okay. So all four of these things are blinking. Blinking on my dash here, and they're blinking all the way around the car. But I got no turn signals. So I know those are working. I don't know why they're not working. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Hi down there. Something occurred to me last night after I went in and thought about this. It's called the turn signal flasher. I was like, wait a minute. I mean, because I had this whole harness laying down in here. I'm like, I don't even remember seeing one. So I'm like, okay, I know they're in different spots on different years from 87 to 93. So usually the 87 to 89 are in their own category. This is an 89. And one of the things that I noticed on the fuse box here, there's nothing there. But there's two of these, right? But on an 89, this, for some reason, is in the back, and it's in there, okay? But then there's another one. I think like my 90, it's up underneath over here on the other side of the radio, just on the other side of the radio. And in an 89, it's right here. It's right up here. Right where this plug is, with nothing in it. I guess I'm gonna go to the store and get one of those. And maybe this isn't bad, because for some reason on 87 to 89s, these are $100. If you own like a 90 like mine, or 93, they're like 70. So not sure why that is, but yeah, let's go get a flasher and hook her up in there. We might have turn signals after that. So yeah, sometimes you need to step away and think about things, and hopefully $10 saved me. All right, there we go. Let's see if this thing works. And I got one of these. I learned something about the charging system, and there's a trick, and it involves an incandescent light. So, which I got questions. If I gotta do this, why'd the other way work? Anyway, let's put this in. Insertion has been made. So, now let's turn this on. Now, I unplugged the power wire to the relay. the fuel pump, you know, so you don't keep putting gas in the damn engine. Okay. Let's see what happens. Damn it! I didn't hope for much. We got nothing. Damn it. So that means it's probably this thing. So $14, and I needed that thing anyway. So I guess you could, do you really count that? Well, you count everything you spend, but so I'm guessing it's that. So shit. All right, so I was watching a video about a guy. It's just trying to figure out this whole turn signal thing, and well, can't get away from spending $100, I guess. Yeah, no, I seen this video guy putting an error autometer Envision dash, those digital dashes in his. He was going through the whole thing about the turn signals, and I kept watching it, and then to make the car charge right, to make it work, you had to put in a light fixture, you know, with an incandescent bulb, and you wire one of the wires, doesn't matter, to that charging trigger wire that I wired up to ignition. You wire that up to that, and you wire the other end up to an ignition source, and the bulb is the resistor. And that's what I was talking to Justin about it, and I'm like, well, they also put a resistor on it. He says it may be different for theirs, but I hooked that wire directly to an ignition source, and it was charging just fine. So I'm not sure why I got to do this. Is it some kind of safety concern? I don't know. But then I said, like I said, I told Justin, I'm like, well, they did both, and he's like, well, theirs has got a different wiring thing, so I don't know. The thing is, just to get one of them stupid resistors, and it doesn't cost very much, and you spend like $5, you get 100 of the damn things. So, I don't know. I hooked this up and just shoved it in the dash. Whatever. This is just, I just wanted to go for a drive. I'm just gonna wire. I guess I'm wiring a bulb to the inside of my dash. Okay, we're gonna make sure the fuel gauge works first. Problem is, you gotta set the ohm dial to the right ohms for empty and full. Don't know really what's in that tank. I can't really do that when there's gas in there. You know, I did ask Justin, and he when he did his Envision, he said his was roughly number 2 here. So I imagine, I mean, his is an 89, mine's an 89, so, and I imagine same year it'd be the same one here, so we're gonna go ahead and turn that dial right down there to number 2. If we can focus in on it, you can see it there. Alright guys, we got it hooked up to the sending unit and whatnot. Let's see what happens here. We got nothing. Right, whoa, here we go. Looky. Just over a quarter tank. I'd probably say that's right. In my mind, I'm wishing I hope it is. But there's only a few gallons in there, really. So, yeah, I think that's actually right, though. To be honest with you. Because we did, yeah, there's not a whole lot of in there. And there you go. Whore red. Green, orange, red. Again? Orange. Some weird colors on here, man. Off? Wait a minute. What happened? It's no good. Uh-oh. Did we blow something? I don't see anything smoking. Hello? Well, I guess I gotta figure that out. Okay, gang. After a much head scratching as to what happened there, I went and hooked up the gas or the oil pressure gauge. It did some weird shit too. So I'm sitting here just in a daze because everything is hooked. Here's a constant hot. That's what that block is. Here's this. I looked at the fuses in the ATA circuit. This is a freaking ground which is hooked to the steel frame down here. I even went and got some sandpaper, sanded that sucker. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, why would that not work? Why would it just shut off like that? Or you could hear it trying to work. So then I was like, is the battery not charged enough? So I went and put the quick charge on the battery charger and plugged those in and they worked. I was like, I didn't have enough voltage. So if you don't have enough voltage, those will not work. The more you know. Also, the other thing, they give you an absurdly long amount of signal wire here for the gas tank or the sending unit. I don't need that much, so I mean those are for like, you know, older vehicles probably that you gotta send a wire that way, and there's not one in the dash, I guess, maybe, I don't know. But I'm just gonna chop this to the appropriate size. See, this is, they only gave me one that was like this. Come on, glow shift. Make them all like that. That's pretty slick. You know? And they're all just poking out there in the end. That's pretty good, but yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this away, figure out some kind of way to attach this stuff that isn't too... Look at that. Nice and clean. There's no avoiding this shit, dude. Oh, it ain't that bad. Anyway, what I did with the speedometer, guys, since it's got the wires going right to it, you can't unplug them. I just stuck forks on the ends of them, so I don't have to take the screws all the way out, you know, to detach it. So that's the way I'm dealing with this. But let me plug everything in. Everything's hooked up. I just got to plug all the other three in, and we'll see what happens here. I even got the, where's it at? Oh, right here, the GPS hooked up to it. I doubt it'll get a signal. I'll stick it up here on the dash, see what happens, but it's not like we're going anywhere, but let's just see if it gets a signal or not. Alright guys, I just hooked the relay back up. Fuel's gonna flow. We're gonna start this bitch up. I did turn them on. They are all working. Minus the turn signals. But look at that. Isn't that crazy? That one just goes through all the things there. All the colors until it lands on red, which is cool with me. And then the GP is flashing. I don't know why. So anyway, here we go. Not sure why those didn't keep the memory. They're hooked up to the same block as that one. So that's interesting. They're all hooked up to the same block, bro. What's up? There you go. Got oil pressure. There's the fuel. Of course, the water temp ain't gonna get up until, you know, it gets warm. Battery's charging with that stupid light. It's charging, so whatever. Now, see, the GPS stopped. The GP stopped blinking, so it must have got a signal on this. So now we can also, yep, let's go ahead and flip it over to this mode here. There you go. There's your dash. So, and this is saying GPS signal weak is because I don't have the GPS for this hooked up yet. It doesn't directly hook into it. It's powered, but it just pulls from it has a built-in antenna, so it pulls signal. Try to get up the temp, see if this thing works or not. So Yeah, I'll have to figure that. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to go up. That's awesome. Well, there you go, guys. GPS, the water, the dash, oil pressure, and the fuel gauge. Everything's in working order. About damn time. There is a discrepancy with the temp. This sensor is on the intake, and this is on the heater pipe. So look at the difference here. You're at 170, and over here you're almost at 190. Okay, so yeah, there's a discrepancy there, and he's out there right now with a thermometer, and he's looking at it, and he's confirmed there is a discrepancy, and we can't get the true temperature of the water in this spot and that spot. We only can do the metal. So, but yeah, looks like they're working. I mean, the fans are coming on and everything, so we're good. We're at a good temperature. It's not going over 190, so we're all good. We're all good. But yeah, there it is, man. Finally, this thing's working. How awesome is that? All right, check this out. You're gonna hear the other fan kick on. You hear the car fog. Every time a fan kicks on, the car fogs. I think it's because of the relays are only 40 amps. So, and I need 70 amps for each of them things because they draw so much power. So I think the 4s, we really found out today that the 40s aren't going to work too well. I mean, they're working, but boy, it really bogs the car down. I wonder, like I said, if I change the 70s, it would change it, but yeah. But I think we're gonna close this one out here, guys. Go ahead and start tidying up everything inside here, getting all these wires taken care of. I pretty much have taken care of the wires. This one you see right here is for the handheld. I just gotta tuck it up underneath there and bring it up and stick it up in there. But all this other stuff here, of course, all this stuff will be up. This will be up. I gotta get the horn hooked up. And the rest of the stuff will get up there and get this thing back up in here, and then we'll start on the outside of it, getting the front end and everything put back on, and I'll start the interior first to get that boot on. Then we go take it for a ride. So yeah, just gotta. Like I said, get the front end. I got this wire loom. It's right there, guys. Remember I told you that a while ago. Got all caught up with that thing, but there it is. Time to get the rest of it done. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.